Hey, gorgeous ladies. Hello, hello, queens. Hello. Oh my goodness. I wanted to come on and do a little mini training. I want to talk about the 2 hour CEO time block that ultimately makes me millions of dollars and why that is so important if you are a coach or a consultant or a service based entrepreneur who is ready to go from that six figures and beyond. And honestly, this is a really great habit to get into, even if you're not quite ready at six figures, but you want to go from maybe, 60, 70, $80,000 and beyond, right? So this is a really great habit that I started doing so long ago before I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars and hitting that seven figure mark. So I realized that what the training is really all on is it's a 2 hour time block, and that I'm going to explain what that 2 hour time block is and how it can be helpful. And more importantly, some things that you can be doing during that time block to really help you step into that next level version of you. So I realized the training kind of came about because it is the last week in March, right? And I am one of those entrepreneurs who I set my year out goals, right? Me and my team, we get together in October. We actually have a beautiful all coach and all, we call it the dream team, right? The dream team retreat. And we plan out our entire 12-month year, right? We think about the events we want to run, online workshops, webinars, all of the things that we want to do, right? The things we want to launch, the new merchandise, new planners, like whatever it is that we want to do as a company that will really help us step into our goals, right? So as the CEO, the goals are mine. The vision is mine. My team cannot take any part of that. Like I have to know what it is, my purpose, my vision, and my mission is. Because once I have crystal clarity on what I want to do in my business, then my team and I can like brainstorm on like how we're going to get there, right? So if my goal is to hit $1.2 million, that is over roughly like $85,000 every single month in recurring revenue. So what does that look like? Like if that's the goal, right? That's the financial goal. Then me and the team get together and we're like, okay, what are the events? What are the things? What are the workshops? What are the whatevers, right? Like how many clients do we want to work with? How many do we want to work with at Academy? How many do we want to work with at the Empress level? And we just start plugging and playing. And I absolutely love a team retreat. However, I realized that because this is the last week in March, aka the last week in the quarter, Q1, it's a really great time to sit back and reflect. And one of the activities that I do every single month is I write down my monthly goal, right? So big ass goal, break it down into 12 monthly goals. Okay. So every month I know how many sales calls I need to have, how many, like what my sales goals are, how many nurturing touch points I need. Like I know all of the day, like the monthly things. I even know the daily and the hourly things because I'm very strategic like that. I help my clients build out that no bullshit day by day. This is what you need to focus in order to reach the goals that you have. So I like to reverse engineer it. So that's not the problem, right? But every month, one of the habits that I do is I spend 20 or 30 minutes and I do some self-reflection, right? Like what went right? How could we improve? Like team shout outs, like all of those things. And that's a monthly occurring task in my calendar. But what happens every quarter? Well, I think that there's a 2 hour CEO time block that every serious entrepreneur who is ready to grow and scale her company needs to have inside her calendar. And you're probably going to think, Carissa, I know this, but in reality, how many of you are actually doing it, right? That's the game freaking changer here, is we all know what we need to do. And we're like, oh, that's a great idea. I should do that. But people shit all over themselves and they don't actually execute and take action. So I want to talk to you about the 2 hour CEO time block that I call the success system. This happens once a quarter. So I set it in my calendar for it to happen the very last week of the very last quarter, right? So March is going to happen this week. March, April, May, June, July, it's every quarter, guys. It's automatically set in the calendar, the 2 hour time block. And it's called, the CEO time block, the $1 million time block. Okay. So what do I ask myself during that time block? And what is the point of that time block? Well, the point is for you to go back and look at your numbers, look at your metrics, look at your KPIs, look at what you're, like these are the goals, this is where we want. Are we on track? Are we on par to actually hit them? If you want to speak at 6 speaking engagements and be 6 paid keynote talks this year, have you done at least 1 or 2 of them already, right? We're in quarter 1. We're at the very tail end of quarter 1, rolling into quarter 2 this week. And so your goals and dreams are going to happen when you are intentionally and purposeful planning out your day, week, month, and quarters. Okay. So the one thing that every quarter I do, right, the 2-hour magical time block, I stop and I get myself, I have like a notebook full of all of these quarters, and I stop and I do some self-reflection. And I reflect on 5 major areas in my business. The first major area is CEO and mindset, right? So I sit and reflect on me being a CEO and my own mindset. Because quite often, ladies, it's you that's holding yourself back. It's not the lack of systems. It's not the lack of technology. It's not the lack of clients. Like, it's you. It's your own shitty thinking. It's your own belief system. It's your own thought process. It's your lack of confidence, right? Like, whatever it is, typically we are the thing holding ourselves back. Fear, procrastination, self-sabotage, perfectionism, all or nothing mentality, right? It's what happens in here. So yes, I take a time and I sit and reflect on my CEO mindset area of business. So I ask myself, where am I focused in my leadership this season? What is the energy of this season in my business and in the world? And how can I use that to support me? What am I committed to accomplishing this season, right? Seasons, quarters. Who do I need to be this quarter to achieve my commitments? What support do I need and where can I source it from? Okay, I'm really excited, you guys. I did this self-reflection and I realized that I haven't had a coach. I haven't been paying for a coach for the last 4 months. I was working with an amazing coach, and he really helped me, and his team helped me, and it was great. But I outgrew him. I outgrew his container, and I realized I was like, I need a new coach. But my operations manager said, Carissa, do you think we could just hold off for a couple of months? Like, let's bank on some of that money, because I was paying $2,000 or $3,000 a month for that coach, right, for the last 2 years. And I said, sure, right? We'll save some of that money. We'll put it towards something else, because we have some really juicy goals that we wanted to create that are going to take like, $20,000, $30,000 worth of like push, right? So I was like, okay. But I realized in my quarterly check-in, right, that I need a coach, right? Like, I'm always win one. I love accountability. I love being challenged. I love being stretched outside my comfort zone. I love when someone checks in on me, and I love when someone's like, yay, Carissa, you hit your goals, right? Like a cheerleader. So I realized that I was like, Carissa, enough's enough. It's been 3 months. Well, it's been 4 months. You need to go out and get yourself a coach. So I'm really excited. I just hired my next coach. She is total badass. I cannot wait to kind of grow and scale into my $1 million and plus years with her by my side. So it's going to be amazing. So see that self-reflection, right? Like, I would have just kept going on autopilot until a year from now and be like, oh my God, it's been a year since I had a coach. Like, I've always had a coach on my P&L, right? Like, that line item has always been a thing ever since I've been in business. And I truly believe that it is a game changer for me as a leader and as a coach and as a movement leader, right? So anyways, these are the types of questions that I ask myself in the CEO/mindset department of business. If you're not thinking about yourself in your own business and where you're holding yourself back in, you've got big problems, right? You need to ask yourself, self-reflect. It kind of sucks looking in the mirror saying, where are you falling short? Where are your current beliefs holding you back? But like, you have to do that work, ladies. You have to do that work, okay? More importantly, then you have to be willing to invest in yourself to go out and do that work. I'm a mindset coach, right? I'm like the #1 business strategist and mindset coach for coaches. And guess what? I can't even do my own mindset work on me. I'm very self-aware, right? I'm very structured and disciplined to know that I need some support. But me trying to do my own mindset hypno work, NLP work on me is like asking a heart surgeon to do his own open heart surgery. I don't even want to be in charge of my own shit, right? Like, I want to hire someone for that. So anyways, okay. So that's the CEO and mindset department. Then we have operations. Okay. There's another huge key to your business, and it's called operations. So I ask myself things like, what projects are we focused on this season? What is needed to keep these projects on track? What meetings do I need to have as the CEO? And what meetings do my team need to have in order for us to achieve our projects on time? Right? What, like, who do I need to onboard? How, like, what are the areas that I'm seeing myself doing the things when I shouldn't be doing them, right? Like, there's a lot of tasks that so many women do that it's like, why are you doing that, right? Like, that is such low hanging tasks, low energy tasks. You should definitely be outsourcing that. So I kind of always just do like this business audit with my operations department. Then I check in with my delivery department, right? Like, this is me keeping my promises to my clients. So delivery is like, how am I showing up? How are we as a team showing up, delivering on the promises that we hope to help our clients achieve, right? We are a very results driven company, meaning we thrive when our clients get results, right? Like, I am obsessed with results, whether they're mine or whether they're my clients. So I stop at nothing. My team and I stop at nothing to help our clients reach their goals. Literally, we hop on VIP calls. We do, Voxer support. Like, we literally give them the step-by-step templates and the plans on how to get to that success. So when it comes to the delivery department, I always ask myself, how will I be delivering my offers and services? Do I need to refresh any of these projects, or do I need to refresh any of these plans, right? Do I need to build anything for us to deliver this year, right? PDFs, mindset magic, hypnotherapy sessions. Like, what do I need to build now so that next quarter when I change up my offers that we have, right? And does my delivery team need to expand? Okay, because sometimes in order for us to deliver, right, we like to overgive to our clients. Well, I am just one person. I cannot be the only one giving in the team. So I'm always asking, like, who do I need to bring on to support our clients even more? Okay, so this last quarter, we brought on another mindset coach and we brought on another social media strategist. Why? Because I am just one person, and right now I'm handling all of the business strategies, like the business building strategies for our clients and all the mindset work. And I realized that my calendar is packed. And it's taking clients 3 weeks to get onto my calendar. Well, I don't want that. So I knew that I needed to also go out and have another mindset coach and another business strategist that really focuses on social media, content messaging, things like that, so that I can just work on like what I love to do when it comes to business development and mindset work. Okay, so I brought on two new team members in this last quarter. It was amazing. Okay, so that's in the delivery department. Okay, then we have the marketing department, right? I ask myself things like, what marketing efforts will I focus on this quarter? What is my social media plan for this quarter? What's my engagement plan for this next quarter? What did I do in quarter one when it comes to my marketing and social media that went well? And what do we need to improve upon? Because the market is always changing. You guys, buyers are not buying like they used to. And I'm going to actually be talking a lot more about these, like the new trends for marketing and messaging and sales and all of that in my class tomorrow, my free workshop. You can definitely, get your hands on a ticket still. It's tomorrow at 10. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. But anyways, you have to be always reevaluating your marketing. Okay, not changing strategy to strategy every other week. That's a no-no. I'm saying every quarter you need to be looking back the last 90 days. What did we do? How can we improve? What worked? What didn't? And what are we going to be doing this quarter in order for us to reach our goals at the end of the year? Okay. And then also in the marketing department, I'm also asking myself, like, what events do I need to be speaking at? What conversations at events am I focused in on? Everything that when it comes down to marketing and messaging, we have to evaluate it. And then, of course, there's the sales department. The fifth and final major area of business is sales. So that we have sales, marketing, delivery, aka client fulfillment, operations, and CEO mindset. Okay. So sales. I always ask myself, how many sales calls would I like this quarter? How many new clients would I like to convert this quarter? Do I need to create any resources to support my sales process for this next quarter? Then I ask myself, what did I do well last quarter? How can I improve? What didn't work when it comes to sales? See what I mean, guys? It's very methodical, it's very intentional, but I'm telling you, that is exactly how you build $1 million business. You cannot just throw strategy at everything and hope to God that it lands, right? You are not a very smart entrepreneur if you're just living your day by day, hoping to God something works. If you have an ambitious goal, whether it's $100,000, $500,000, or $1 million or above, you've got to be methodical, you've got to be personal, and you've got to be intentional. Okay, so that is what I do. That is, I actually did that yesterday. It was a Monday in my first week. Mainly, I normally do it on a Friday because it's like fun work for me. I love diving deep in that 2-hour time block. But I had a coaching session that was scheduled for 2 hours on my time block, and she got sick. And so I was like, oh, I can't wait to do this self-reflection. So I did that yesterday, and it was just so much fun, right? So now, as the CEO, it's my job to, take everything that I like downloaded, right? I've got 3 or 4 pages of this stuff. And it's now my job to communicate effectively with my team. So when I have my operations call with my ops and project manager, when I have my internal team meeting call with my tech and my marketing, when I have my entire dream team together, right? What are we going to focus in on? So it's really, really a fun, powerful 2-hour time block. You could spend all day. Shit, I've helped women do this on a whole VIP day or a retreat. Like, it obviously is I've shrunk it down from several hours to 2 hours, but I'm very I turn my phone off, I'm undistracted, I just get down and dirty and into work. So anyways, that 2-hour time block really does help me make millions, and I hope that it helps you make millions too. Okay, so I want to also invite you, before I kind of take off for the day, I have a networking call here in a little bit. I would just want to tell you a little bit about our free training that we are hosting tomorrow. The Alpha Queen Collective is hosting a training called From Certified to Profitable, right? This training is for coaches and consultants who have a certification or who don't have a certification, but for those types of women who are ready to step into their power in 2025, right? I am going to be teaching the 5 epic AF power moves that are going to move the needle forward when it comes to your goals and dreams. We're going to talk about messaging. We're going to talk about offer creation. We're going to talk about sales. We're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about, there's one more pillar. It's not what we talked about today, but there is one more pillar. I'm giving you 5 power moves, meaning I'm going to literally walk you through what you need to be doing in order to close more sales in the next, 10, 20, or 30 days. Okay. Like this event is going to be like the cash injection that you needed in your business before you have to go crawling back to corporate because you just can't seem to figure out business. Learn from someone who has already done it. I'm going to be literally spilling the tea, giving you the power moves, and it includes a freaking step-by-step playbook I put together that will literally, you'll walk away with a plan of action, because I am all about action. I can talk to you all day long, but if you don't take action, you will get nowhere. So after tomorrow's powerful training, you're gonna get this playbook, and I want to walk with you side by side, helping you create that marketing plan. You're gonna know which pathways to profit you need to be choosing, what your messaging looks like, what your offers are gonna look like for 2025. It's going to be amazing. So drop the word workshop below, or just click on the link below, and we will make sure that you get registered, that you get your playbook in time, and that you get that Zoom link, because tomorrow it's happening tomorrow, March 26th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is a 75 to 90-minute workshop. So I'm going to be workshopping with you, giving you the step-by-step playbook, okay, on how to increase your revenue in the next 30 to 45 days. And I'm going to be answering any business growth questions that you have. So come with questions. Doesn't even matter if it's something we talked about. I am a business genius, and I love to really help you step into your power. So with that, ladies, I hope you have the most gorgeous day. I hope to see you on that RSVP list. And of course, I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye for now.